Whoops.
Did you hear a bump in the night? In the night. Bump in the night. In the night. Bump in the night. Did you hear a bump in the night? In the night. Bump in the night.
Bump in the Night Society presents Exploring Your Society. I'm your host, Sean Bowman.
And I'm your co-host, Phil K.
Who's with us today?
Me, Nadiya.
Who's
Introduce
Nadiya?
yourself.
I'm Nadiya Bowman.
Mikey's already laughing at you.
How do you know?
I can show
Oh,
it on the
it's on
screen.
there. What was that?
That was your intro.
That was great. That was so
What
great.
happened? I'm so confused.
I don't know. You were like
So
talking there.
quiet.
I don't know. You should have been muted. Usually it mutes you. I don't know why it was like letting me talk through it.
I don't know what was going on. It was just you guys muted, like smiling. That's all I saw.
You got 6 viewers right now, Nod.
Uh-oh.
We're talking about people watching.
Yes.
Everybody say hi to Nadia, is my daughter. I can't find the link on here. I'm trying to find the link on Facebook. I don't know find it.
So Nadiya, I have one question. How the hell do you put up with
Okay.
Sean?
That's a great question. I still don't have an answer to that.
You're a godsend.
Is the group link working? Because I don't see it on here.
What up,
Mikey, are you on the group or are you on the page?
Uh-oh. I'm wondering.
Okay, I found it. Never mind. It's on here. All right. Well, Nadia, tell us something about yourself.
I'm on a podcast right now.
Good job.
Have you done podcasts before?
No.
Ah, it's awesome having you as a guest here to hang out with your old man and your old man's bro.
Yes. I listen to podcasts, but I don't participate in them.
What's your favorite podcast to listen to?
Flagrant
Who's that?
with you know Flagrant.
I know I do.
Flagrant is a comedy podcast with Andrew Schultz and Akash Singh. They're both comedians, and they always have people on.
That's Uncle Steve. It said hi.
Steve, what up, man?
Hello.
It's awesome.
So why don't you tell us about your first paranormal experience, Nod?
My first paranormal experience.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what my first one was.
Did you have any at Orangewood? I know you guys were always afraid of Orangewood, the house.
Well, I was always scared of Orangewood, yeah. But see, that's the thing where I don't know what's paranormal and like what's just me being scared as like a little kid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I really don't know what my first one would be. Because if I'm being honest, the first one probably would have been at the Sipka's house, Dad.
Did you tell
Like
me
at my
before?
at my grandparents' house.
Did you tell me before, or do I know this story, or what?
No, there wasn't even a story. That was just like that's probably where the first. Because I remember like there was always rumors that they had a little ghost in their house. Like they had this weird like painting in their house. Why is it so dark? I don't know. I'm sorry. They
A
had
big
this
spotlight
painting.
on your face.
Yeah.
I know. They had this painting in their house, and we used to like joke that that was like a painting of a ghost.
Mm.
And there was always like stuff going on in there. So that was probably like where the first interaction would have been, like honestly, even before Orangewood. But I couldn't tell you like what, like my hard evidence of like this and this happened. You know what I mean?
Well, Mikey's asking what's your scariest.
Scariest. Probably, okay, I'm going to say like being afraid of my dad's old house in general, like back when I was little. That was the scariest, like, I don't know, group of experiences. just because like part of it was like I said, like you're being a little kid, so you get in your head, and then you like get more scared because of your own, mind.
Yeah.
But um, I don't know if it was just like if it would be a more recent thing. A lot of the stuff when it's outside, because if you're outside at night, like it could just be like a twig breaking, like you don't know what it is, and that scares you. Like honestly, I get more scared whenever I know that there's a possibility that like a ghost is like the last thing on my list of like what could be around. You know what I mean? That's what I'm scared.
Yeah. What
You
about
know,
Well,
it's
you
like
whenever you? What about Darmine? Whenever all of us were there that one night, did you get any strange? Were you scared there? Because I know you were a little.
yeah. Well, when that thing came by, whatever that was, that was definitely. But that's the thing too is like I
What's the
knew that
thing?
that
People don't
wasn't.
know what you're talking about. Tell people what happened.
Um, I couldn't even tell you. We were on the live stream and we were just messing around, which we were doing the whole night, like just messing around, asking questions, doing this and that, and then all of a sudden, like out of the one, it's hard to explain to people who haven't been there because it's hard to just to set the scene because it's just like broken up building.
Well, it was us
You know what
three
I
and
mean?
Sage from Steel City Ghost Chasers. It's us
Yep.
four were there.
Yeah, and I remember Phil, like you were in the line of where it came by because I remember like having you on the live stream
Yeah.
through one of the like broken window things. There was like I don't know, it looked like a rover. Or something. It looked like it should
It
have been
did.
on
It
Mars.
did.
Like, I don't know
Yeah,
what
some
that
like
was.
light thing. I don't know what the hell it was either.
Yes,
But
like
it
some like
coincided with the flux and with the dowsing rods and that too, because we were getting answers from all that shit at the same
Yeah.
time.
right, and like when it's stuff like that where you leave yourself like you come here with questions, right, and then you just leave with more questions. Like stuff like that is like what scares me a lot.
Yeah, that place it just has like an eerie atmosphere to it too. Probably because it's like right in the woods, and just like the structures and all that
Yeah.
crazy noise in Tennessee. You heard a crazy
Oh,
noise in Tennessee?
yeah. I don't know what that was. So me and my uncle Steve, we went down to Tennessee, like at the beginning of November, and the first night we were there, we were staying in like a little log cabin thing, and the first night that we're there, I was watching Patch Adams on the TV. Patch Adams was just one of the things on there. I was like, "Oh, Patch Adams," and I had the TV
Ooh,
on like
piece
a
of
sleep
candy.
timer. I had the TV on a. Wait, where'd you guys go? Why is it just me?
I put
I
you
can
on the
see.
solo lot.
Yeah, you're on solo.
You're
Ew.
telling us a
It's
story.
all focused on you now.
Oh, gather round, gather round.
Gotta get your lighting game up.
Yeah.
I know. I should light a candle. That could be my lighting. I got lots of candles.
You want to show your tarot decks and that, so you're gonna need some better lighting for that.
I do want to show my decks. Well, hold on. You're giving me way too much stuff to think about and talk about. You know my attention span is non-existent. I don't
back
even know
to
what I was
Tennessee.
talking about. All right, we're back in Tennessee, guys. Jeez, you're trying to give. Never mind. So, I had the TV on like a sleep timer, so that I don't know. There was like 45 minutes or something left in the movie, and I had it on a timer so that it was like an hour, so that the TV would turn off when the movie was about to be over, or basically over, whatever. And so I fell asleep before the movie finished, and I like wake up to nothing, like the TV's off, and I just hear this like I don't know, hurling, howling, weird sound I never heard before, like ever heard before. And I don't know, I was half awake, so I was just trying to go back to sleep. To be honest, I was like, if I die, I die. Like my sleep is more important than my life right now. Like we're just going out. But so I was trying to, oh yeah, I was just trying to ignore it. Like I was just trying to sleep through whatever the sounds were. And then I told Uncle Steve about it the next day. I was like, "Did you hear that last night or whatever?" He had no idea what I was talking about. And at this time, when the TV had turned off, it was like 3 something in the morning. I don't know the exact time. And like I said, I was trying to sleep, so I didn't care what the time was. But I like heard those weird noises. I thought it was like a wolf or something. And then like my Uncle Steve's looking up like Tennessee information and stuff, and they're like not supposed to really have wolves or stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like a basic like how like I don't know what it was. Didn't sound like a bird, didn't sound like anything else. And I was just like, oh, it's probably an animal or something. And then which tell this briefly just because it was funny. I was telling my aunt about it, not even like to see if she knew, like, oh, was it a spirit or something. I was just telling her about it because it was weird. Like, what is this random sound I heard in the middle of the night? And I'm telling her about it on the phone, and she's like, oh, maybe it's, what is it, Dad? Did she say it was called Dogman or something?
Yeah, Dogman, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, she was like, oh, maybe it's Dogman. I don't know what Dogman is. So then I like look up what Dogman is. I'm like, oh, I was fine just saying it was a bird or like a wolf or something. Like, I don't know what it was, but never heard it again the rest of the trip.
That's crazy.
You thought it was Dogman, or it had a lot of the same shit, didn't it?
Yeah, once I was like told what that was, because I didn't know what it was weirdly, I don't know, lined up, but it was scary. And then of course, like I purposely kind of tried to stay up to listen to it so that I could show like my Uncle Steve later, because he was like, well, I wanted to hear it. Da, da, da. And then of course, once you're looking for something, then of course didn't happen again.
That's usually how it is.
Yeah.
I saw photos of the actual place you guys were staying in. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always had
Indoor pool and a hot tub and all that.
Damn.
Mhm.
How long
All
were you
of
there
that,
for?
yeah.
A week or?
Yeah, we were there for a week.
Okay. Cool.
Or Mikey has a question.
With a cryptid or a spirit. Well, okay, wait. I need like a dictionary definition of both because I don't want to like mess up my answer.
Well, cryptids, anything like Bigfoot, Mothman, Skinwalker, that type of stuff.
Or a spirit. Wait, what did it say? Mess with? I don't know how to see it again.
I don't know if
Oh.
it'll pop. I thought we've had this conversation before, didn't we?
I don't know. Cause like, I want to say I'd rather mess with a spirit, but I feel like if it was the wrong spirit, it's definitely like stronger than a cryptid or something. Like if it's an evil thing, you know what I mean?
Well, I thought it was you, but maybe somebody else we were talking about that. And we were saying, like, cryptid's supposed to be like flesh and blood. Like, at least the spirit can't really.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about that, Dad.
Yeah.
Although, like a spirit, though, you can't really see it. But cryptids,
I guess you couldn't really hurt it either, though, too.
Yeah, exactly. So they can be anywhere. They can be right in front of you, too,
Yeah.
But.
Well, you were talking about, like, scary things and this and that. Well, you and Cameron saw something at Hillview, didn't you?
Yeah. So that was the first
bachelor party.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I went to Hillview twice. I don't know. I know I went at least one time, but yeah, we went to Hillview and he was having your little bachelor party and there was a bunch of us. And before the night like officially started, we went on this little guided tour thing. So there's a ton of us like, he's telling us the history of the building and where people might see spirits and this and that. And me and Cameron are standing in the basement, of Hillview Manor. And there's a long hallway, and I feel like there was like an exit sign or something. Am I wrong or?
No, there's an exit past George's room down there. Yeah, that goes to the portal room or whatever.
So me and Cameron, Cameron's my brother, we were standing. We were kind of like probably one of the last people or the last people in the group like that close to the edge of the hallway. We're still like down farther or whatever. He's talking to that, and of course we're just zoning out, not paying attention. So we both see something go by. It's only the people who aren't paying attention who see it, of course. We see something like this black, like, shadowy thing, but it doesn't have a silhouette like of a human. Like, it's just like this literal weird shadow thing. It was probably like no higher than a foot off the ground before it like started. Like, it was low to the ground, but it wasn't touching the ground. And it wasn't like a rodent or anything, because normally with rodents, you'll see the little, like, you know what I mean? Like, you'll see them, like, walk. You'll see them walk.
Is that the sound they make?
Yeah. Like, this thing had no legs. This had no transportation mode. Like, it was just, and I don't know, it moved really weird. And me and Cameron both, if you need a sound effect voice actor, I
don't know, Mikey, she might take over your little do play the guitar.
But like me and Karen both looked at each other like, did you see it? What? Like it was super weird. And then I think we told the group or whatever about it, but I'm pretty sure we were the only two people who saw it.
Well,
And that's
that wasn't the time. No, because they wouldn't have been at the bachelor. Well, Tom might have been there when Tom and Jeanette were there. When we did a different investigation, they said they saw a shadow figure down there too. They actually ended up both leaving because they were like scared. Which that's one thing I could say is,
Shit.
Nadiya doesn't really get scared, especially compared to some people. Phil, she'll go walking around by herself and everything. She was doing that shit when she was like 16 too. She's like 19 now.
Oh.
yes, I
tough.
do.
Mikey said he needs more sound effects too.
Well, one thing too, and I guess this is cool to talk about because this isn't something you normally talk about, but in your little world, it probably is. What's he saying?
That goes back to the Bigfoot thing or whatever, the cryptid thing. I just didn't put it up earlier because you were talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I prefer like being alone with that type of stuff because like the way I see it, right, is if I was a ghost, like, and you guys are all coming to my like where I live. So say you're going to like a I don't know, an old prison or something.
Yeah.
Like you're coming to like this is where I am. And then it's like a tourist group. Like you're taking pictures, it's an attraction. If I was a ghost, I'd be like, man, these tourists, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want to like give you, but if it's like one person by themselves, it's like more intimate and not, I don't mean like romantic, but you know what I mean? Like it's no matter what like the spirit is or whatever, you definitely have more chance of getting a connection, which is also another reason you probably shouldn't be too vulnerable when you're alone. Like don't be opening yourself up or welcoming anything in crazy, but like some one-on-one time, that's where you get results.
Exactly. Who's the Facebook user?
That's Karma. What's up, Karma?
Hey, Karma, how you doing, dude? And I have to agree with you on that, Nadiya. It's like, doing solos is cool. Like I don't do a lot of them. I'll be honest. I mean, Sean and Mike, you were much more, intense, and I'm slowly starting to get into that. But it's like you said, like you don't want to always make yourself vulnerable because you don't know what you're dealing with. I mean. But it just depends on the situation. It's like whenever we were in Bel Air, Sean, we did a lot of solo stuff, even though we still had like that person that's kind of off in the distance, making sure everything's okay. Because you never know what's going to happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've definitely gotten better with that too, Phil.
Yeah, it's been much easier. I mean, I don't mind doing it. Like if I don't know a whole ton about a place, like even with Bel Air, I was a little nervous getting there. I mean, ask your dad and ask Mikey. I was a little worried about it, but once I got there, I was like, you know what? I like this place a lot. I just like exploring homes. There's just something beautiful about them, and that place was really cool. It really was.
So we gotta get you to do Monroe by yourself.
Yeah, I do want to do
Monroe's
Monroe.
pretty intense.
Yeah, I'm excited for Monroe. The only reason I didn't go this year, not because I was scared. That's the run.
Sure, Phil.
Yeah, I had a family thing I didn't want to miss. So, but I didn't miss everybody. But Monroe's gonna be good next year. I'm excited for it. So, but yeah, you're tough, Nadiya. You bet it.
So Nod, I heard that you used to rap.
Uh-oh.
This is what you had to write down for whenever I asked you if you had any questions.
No, I got something queued up already for you.
For all who's watching, we are going to
Nadiya's,
hear Nadiya freestyle.
Well, no, Nadiya used to. She's in a music video back when you were 6 years old when the verse was written, but you were 7.
It was really good. It was really good, Nadiya.
When it was filmed or whatever. I'm gonna show it right now.
Do it.
You're showing it?
Yes, we are.
We're screening this. Oh my goodness.
Get your 15 minutes of fame, Nod.
Get ready.
You're gonna hear me talking over it like earlier.
Me cracking, Naughty.
Furious Wake, now you know the name.
Actually, I want to play the whole thing. Hold on.
Well, that shall change. Soon never step on the stage. I'm blowing up.
Skip the Nadiya's part.
And no, Karma, my mirrors aren't actually covered up. I need to use those whenever I shave.
Is this where
Hold
you
on.
at, Nod? This is it. Look how little you were, Nod.
How old was you? 6?
When the verse was written, she was 6, but in the video, she's actually 7.
Oh my god, you're such a baby.
On the track, only 6 years old, but I can rap. Young girl with the sick flow. Pittsburgh, the city that I call home. Steelers, Pirates, Penguins. It's our year 2010. Daddy put me in the booth 'cause he's getting old. Just kidding, Daddy, you're still cool. I say what's up to my brother, Bubba's, Grandma's, and my mother. I wouldn't be me without kids. And a big shout out to my friends. I like SpongeBob and I Carly. Little ones Catch Up and Barbie. PTH is what I shout. And now that you know what I'm all about, Little Miss Wake Night signing out. Yeah.
Honestly, it's not bad. That's actually really good. Now, how long was it tough memorizing all the lyrics that you had to sing, Nadia, whenever you were doing that video? Did you do a lot of
Well,
takes? Or?
that's a question for younger me. I don't remember.
We had to punch her in. Like, I would go in the booth. I wrote her
Yeah.
verse, obviously.
Yeah.
I would spit the verse, and then she would do, like, I would do, like, 2 bars at a time. She would do whatever top, and I'd delete my voice.
Yeah, I was going
And
to say.
I tried getting her to come do a show with us the one time, too, but she backed out when she was a little kid. But she was supposed to perform it in my 40th birthday, which I'm 41, so she was supposed to perform it last year. She didn't, so she's
Yeah.
going to have to,
Oh.
Well,
she's gonna have to do it in my
that's 'cause COVID.
50th.
No, I feel like because we were gonna have like a whole thing, but then that was like right during COVID, so you couldn't really do anything.
It was good. I actually really liked it.
That's Katie from Greenville.
Oh, yeah.
No, you know Katie.
Oh yeah, that's who said, "Hey, that's awesome."
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
No, it was. It's I can't rap to save my life, so you already like totally hit that mark, honestly.
So when's your next mixtape dropping, Not?
Only the real fans know.
Is it could be DJ Greasy Salami featured on that too?
DJ Greasy
Yeah.
Salami.
That's her DJ name.
Oh my god.
One of my many.
Yeah, what's your other DJ name? You said Simone gave you a new one or something.
It's not appropriate.
That is
How
hilarious.
appropriate can we be on here?
Oh my god.
But Dad, they were all calling
DJ
me.
Foreskin with a 4 in it.
Yeah.
Wait,
They
what?
were all calling me that.
Did you say
too.
DJ Foreskin with a
They
4?
were all calling me that.
Oh no. Oh man.
That's my daughter.
Oh, you do your father proud. Oh,
Which
man.
talking about that, Nadia was at the Travis Scott concert. Why don't you tell us about that?
I
About
was.
all that shit that went down there.
Oh yeah. Oh.
It was pretty
That's
crazy.
the one in Texas where that stampede happened or whatever.
Oh.
It's funny that you asked me this. I have some evidence. This seems so like staged. I promise it wasn't. I didn't know he was going to ask me about this. These are my Air Force Ones
Marcus!
from the concert.
Holy crap.
As you can see, they are brown. Now, I don't know if you have any sneakerheads on here, but Air Force Ones, Nike Air Force Ones, are normally white.
Okay.
Here's the bottom.
Those are crusty.
Yeah, this is from
Night,
Moshi
Karma.
at Astro. I also have the original shirt that I wore, which this is dangerous.
Yeah.
But the concert, it's crazy because like the whole rest of the day, besides when Drake came out, it was like a great day, like awesome.
Yeah.
Like I had a great time. It was definitely crazy and definitely it was really tight. It was a music festival, so it was gonna be like that. And then stuff didn't go bad until Travis Scott's main set. So there was like this one stage they were using the whole rest of the day for everyone else, and then there was like the main stage, and the only person who was going to perform on the main stage for day one was Travis Scott. So we had to kind of relocate from the one stage to over there. And a lot of the like diehard fans were already waiting at the big stage. But I don't know if you guys know SZA. She just came out with a album like a few days ago.
Okay.
I've heard of her.
Well,
I don't know what you're
SZA
saying.
was performing at the smaller stage, so we got to the big stage like a little bit late, so we
Yeah.
kind of had to just push our way in, and we started off really close, like super close, and it just got crazier and crazier. Like it was super tight, and I was with my friend Johanna, and we wanted to leave anyways because I had to pee. And it was really, like I said, getting really tight. Like both of us like couldn't take it anymore. And it felt like this is how I explain it to people is it felt like if you have siblings or whatever when you're little when you're fighting and someone will be on top of you,
Yeah.
like they'll have a blanket over your head or I don't know, just be cutting off your air when you're a little kid.
Yeah.
And that like
Or you
brief
get choked on a
moment
bus
where
by a little girl.
yeah, shout out to me. I got choked on the bus before.
Wait,
But
what? Really? Oh,
By a
shit.
little
Yes.
little girl that's smaller than her.
Oh,
She was in
geez.
kindergarten, and
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
in
gonna
first
say,
grade.
holy shit. Kicked her.
But but that's what it felt like. You were like getting suffocated by like a sibling, like
Yeah.
and where you like literally can't breathe for a second. That's what it started to feel like on us. And then this one guy, he was definitely on something. He was like trying to fight me because I pushed him, but I only pushed him because like he kept backing like into me and my friend, and he
Yeah.
wouldn't stop going back. And she's pinned up against two other people. Like there's literally nowhere you can move, nowhere. And that, like I said, that's what it felt like. You were fighting with somebody. And eventually we got out, but we had to like push to get out. I mean, if you've seen like videos of it or whatever, that's I mean, the videos don't even do justice to what it was. But we left. We got out like mid Travis Scott set. Went to the bathroom, and then we start seeing we're like at these porta johns or whatever, the porta potties, and we start seeing these little golf carts like with the little the lights on them, and they're going to like right where we had just left. And there's like more and more of them, and there's just stuff going on. We can't. First of all, we don't even feel like fighting our way back into the crowd, so we just go to the back kind of the crowd.
Yeah.
The back. There's still like thousands of people, but you know what I mean. Like we're kind of where it's like you can stand and breathe, and there's like a lot of stuff going on. But then he brings out Drake, and they said like whenever we saw the news and stuff later, they said that when Drake came out was whenever like the people started like dying and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, Drake came out, everyone went crazy. Like I said, there was like the golf carts with the lights and stuff, but nobody knew what was going on. Like literally no one had any idea the extent of what was going on. Which is another thing, like everyone like canceled him and stuff after that happened, and was
still
making
listen
this
to his
big
music?
thing. Yes and no. I don't. He's had some features this year, but I don't watch him as much as I used to. But I don't know. Everyone's talking about like everyone was talking about like how awful he is and this and that. But I'm telling you right now, and I was there. I literally was there. You had no idea that it was that extent. So here's the thing.
He said he
Travis Scott
encourages
already-
that behavior though too, doesn't he?
I
That's
was
what
just about to say that too.
He already has
Yeah.
a track record. People get hurt at his shows all the time. This isn't the first time something like
That's
that's
so
happened.
weird though, because like, is that just because of? I mean, why though? I mean,
It's like that's just like the way he is with his fans, and he like encourages like just a lot going on. But so whenever you see certain stuff happening, or like when you see the golf cart going over there, you just think, oh, like somebody's like just, oh, it's a crazy drunk person, or
Passed out,
someone
right,
like
yeah.
fell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like this is where it's a music festival. This isn't just a Travis Scott concert. It's a music festival. There's so many people headlining. Like that there's people drinking, there's people on drugs, there's people probably getting into fights. So you just assume like, oh, this is regular concert activity. Right. And then we were in this group chat because we were on like a Facebook page for people who were going. So we had this big Snapchat group chat, and we didn't find anything out about any possible deaths or anything until like that night, like late that night, like not when we're there anymore, like back at our Airbnb. They say something in the group chat about like someone dying or something, but at the time it was like hearsay, and we were like, that's probably not true. And then I just remember the next day getting phone calls and texts and messages all over, and then turning the TV on, and that's when we really found out, like late at night, and then the next day was when we found out like what was really going on. And like that's what I'm saying is like I don't think that he's not necessarily guilty of certain things. However, I'll say being there, like stopping a show like that, stopping something like that going on is a lot easier said than done.
And
Well,
I'll
what
say
ab-
this too, like, sorry to cut you off, Sean,
No,
but like, especially with concerts too, like, I mean, there was a lot of people there, but and that's the thing with and with some of the fans of now, they get so into a certain artist where they will do whatever they can to like, even if it means risking somebody else's life to be that front and center,
Yeah.
And that's the sad part, because I saw like the actual crowd, like videos. I'm like, there's a lot of people there, but especially with like a guy like him, he's a popular guy,
Yeah.
But you can have that at any concert, like a metal concert too, especially. But yeah, that's awful. Like I was even watching some of the videos where they were trying to do like chest compressions with like some of the people who were like on the ground unconscious. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's bad.
Well, what about his whole like religious ties that he had? Supposedly, how they were saying it's like the gates to hell was supposed to be like his set, and like he's a Satanist and all sorts of shit. Like,
there's a bunch of theories. There's
Mhm.
theories that it was like devil worshipping and like a
sacrifice
big
or something.
ritual
Wow.
thing. Yeah.
Jeez.
And because people have asked me that too, especially a lot of the like older people who I've talked to about it, they've asked me what I think about that. And I mean, I guess the easiest, like basically what I could say is like, it didn't feel like anything like that. At the same time, like if you wanted to do that successfully, I guess you wouldn't want them to know. Like,
So you didn't have to sign a contract in blood when you came in, is it?
No, I didn't. Well, I wasn't supposed to tell you about that. I had to sign an NDA about that actually.
Oh man.
In blood. Yeah.
How long until like you actually got there did the actual like crap happen? Like, was it pretty quick that it happened, or was it just like a,
So
took a while?
Were you there when it opened at the beginning or no?
Yeah. I'll have videos and everything of all that. It was so cold that morning too. You'd think Houston, Texas wouldn't be cold. It was cold in the morning.
Oh, it was in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Oh,
she didn't get to see her Earth, Wind, and Fire either.
No, I didn't. They're supposed to be there too. But that's with like Phil, when you were talking about the fans and stuff. That's one thing I did want to say, because like I don't talk about this very often, the whole thing that happened. But one thing that definitely stood out to me was his fans. The whole day, his fans.
We're talking about Travis Scott. Anybody just joined us?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. His fans are a lot of the problem. Like we kind of had this, I don't know, any type of concert that you go to, to have like mosh pit etiquette and just like crowd etiquette. Yep. And I love moshing. I feel like I don't seem like the person who would, but I like live for that stuff.
Well, you got the hair to headbang too.
Yeah, and it's fun to mosh whenever it's with a crowd that actually knows what the hell they're doing. If somebody falls down, what's the thing you're gonna do? Pick them up.
Exactly. Like they're, and now at this festival, because it's a music festival, so they're all gonna be like this. There's the people who are like very experienced. You know what I mean? They came here to do this. They know exactly what they're doing. Right. There's the people who've never done it, who are like trying to, whatever. And then there's the people who are just trying to like, I don't know, ruin other people's day.
The assholes, basically.
And basically most Travis Scott fans are like that on a regular day, even if they're not in a mosh pit. They're just trying to ruin other people's day. Yep. So when you throw that in with that crowd, like it was bad, because I found that a lot of the worst fans that he had were the ones that had the Kanye Bape, the ski mask collaborations, the thousands of dollars.
Well, wasn't that the rumor that Kanye was going to be there the second day?
Yeah. Well, because at the time Drake and Kanye were still like beefing, so the theory was like, oh, Drake will be the first day, Kanye will be the second day, and then maybe they'll perform together. But yeah, his fans, like the snobby, spoiled rich ones, who's you can tell. That's the thing too, is if you're gonna be the spoiled rich kid who goes to all these music festivals, you've been to Coachella, you've been to Rolling Loud,
Yeah.
this and that. Shouldn't you of all people like have experience and know how to act at these places since you have so much money to be at all of them?
You're so goddamn entitled, you know.
And it was those ones who were being the worst. People were throwing stuff, which, like I said, is normal at a concert. But like, you kind of had to learn. You know, you have your own mosh pit etiquette, but then you also had to have your own Astro World etiquette because you might be thinking, and the next person might be thinking like, oh, like, if I'm starting to fall, oh, someone will help me up. No, not at Astro, especially later in the day. You start going, you're gone. Like you are, have fun getting back up. Like they were ruthless in there.
Well, see, I didn't really see Woodstock '99 when it happened, but after watching that Netflix show, that kind of reminded me of the shit that was going on at Astroworld.
Oh,
Just there was no fires, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
funny because like whenever your dad and I, along with Chan, went to go see Tech Nine. Yeah, Sean, that was a very relaxed crowd. I was in shock. I mean, it was a different setting, of course, but you know, you go there to enjoy the music and have fun, and you know, like you said, Nadia, mosh pit if you want to, but you know.
Well, I think that's more though, like because it was still kind of COVID, and I mean, he doesn't have Chris Calico with it. Like he's not as popular as he was because if you would have went back when he was still popular, that's like when ICP was popular. I used to go to a lot of their shows, and they used to have people throwing wigs that were on fire in the crowd and fights breaking out, and everything was just more rowdy. But like, obviously, when you get a smaller crowd, you're not going to get all that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. And that's the thing. Like, you know, I used to be that one of those guys that says like, you know, certain like genres bring the shitty crowds, but that's with anybody anymore. You know, I've seen country.
I mean,
crowds.
look, I was about to say, look at country's probably worse than anybody else. Look at all that Kenny Chesney shit and.
Oh yeah, they trash goddamn parking lots too. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. You know,
and any time that I've been at a concert and like someone's gotten in a fight, it's always country. Like I've had friends arrested at country concerts before.
Oh, 100%. But, you know, not to be a bias, but you go to a metal show, you don't see that a lot, especially if you're inside of a venue. Because the minute a fight breaks out, they are on your ass like you have no idea, and they kick you right on out. But, you know, it's never going to end. People are going to be dickheads. They're going to be dickheads. You know, it's the sad part. And you just can't enjoy good music anymore, you know. And to me, you know, experiencing something like that, Nadia, firsthand is freaky because – you know, you could, even if you're not in the middle of it, it could come to you. You just don't know. But you just have to learn how to, like, you know, keep your guard up kind of thing. That seems like that's what you do, which is always nice.
Yeah. Well, because, too, like, every other concert I've been to before that, most of the time, like, when you're in a mosh pit, like, you're not, you don't have balance, but you can kind of, like, feel the rest of the group, like, moving. You can, like, feel the weight and, like, where you're going to go. And you have some sort of control. But at a lot of the Astro, like, mosh pits and stuff like that, it was just, like, a fight for balance. Like, if you can balance and not fall, you know, start to fall, like, you're in a good spot right now.
See, I've only been in one mosh pit. It was actually for Anybody Killer, which, you know, used to open up for ICP. So it wasn't, like, nobody, like, big name, really, and it was maybe a few hundred people or something. I fucking hated it. Like I couldn't imagine being in one with like thousands of people.
Oh, how many people were at that show, Nadia? How many tickets did they say they sold? They usually give a count sometimes online.
I don't remember. God. Can you look or no? Because I don't want to look on my phone while we're doing this.
No, you don't have to. Yeah,
Astroworld attendance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, now we're curious now.
Now
we have
funny.
to know.
I think Metallica actually hold the record for the biggest crowd festival. I think they had over 1 million people. And this was back in the dude. I know I mean, to me, that's way too much. That's way too much. That's why I like, you know, certain, like, that's why I like going to venues.
It says a crowd of 50,000.
Yeah.
That's it? Really? I should say that's it. That's a big number still, but.
Yeah, a lot of them have like hundreds of thousands. It seems. Even that Incarceration, I think, the one that was at Ohio State Reformatory. Like I follow Jelly Roll now, and he posted stuff, and I swear there was more than 50,000 at that. It looked like it. There was tons of people at that show.
That's crazy. Jeez,
that was like height of COVID too. I think you see all these people packed in there. It's like I'm like Nadia, you're a big mask wearer and all that shit. Like I'm surprised you even would go to that.
To what? To Astro, you mean?
Yeah, because that was definitely not COVID
It's
safe.
funny,
I'll tell you
actually.
that.
Whenever we got there, I started with a mask on,
Yeah.
like while I was in the crowds. But as the night went on, I wasn't wearing it
Because
most
COVID
of the
just
time.
went away by then.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, no. Do you want to know my real like thought process was like, well, if I'm gonna get COVID, it might as well be like for a good reason.
Yeah.
So I was like,
But you've actually had that twice.
My mom had it
Yeah.
twice too. She's got over having it twice. Yeah.
Where's your
Just-
tarot decks at, Nod? You want to show us some of your tarot decks? You
good
want to
call.
get them together? I'm gonna run this little promo video real quick for our thing on January 3rd while you get those together.
Do it.
all right.
Oh yeah. That's
So
gonna be
January
good.
3rd, we're gonna have Pastor Henry Murphy, guy that actually married me and Jen. Good friends with him. He's Baptist. We're gonna have Reverend Frater Crow. A couple different things: Satanist, Luciferianism. I'm not sure how you say that.
Yeah, Luciferianism.
And I know there's a couple other things he practices. Then we're gonna have Mikey,
Yep.
team member Mikey Bowser, who's agnostic,
Oh, yeah.
and we're gonna have Big Ed, non-denominational Christian. We're gonna talk about religion on the paranormal, and I guess Nadia's out.
Peace. Yeah, it's
She
gonna be a
keeps
very,
signing on and off. She'll be back.
It's gonna be
She
a
was
very
getting there.
interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting day for us too. I'm excited for it too, man. It's because religion can really have a big pivotal part when it comes to the paranormal too. Because of course all the members of us, we have our belief system. I'm Lutheran Christian. Sean's wife is non-denominational. Sean's a believer but not a religious believer, which I don't. To me, I don't. It's not religion. It's more just personal thing. But it's gonna be
I
interesting.
was raised Catholic, but yeah.
Yeah.
What are you, Nod?
Huh?
What are you, religion?
I am to be determined.
There we go. Heck yeah.
That's my religion, is to be determined.
And you know what though? That's a good answer because you're at that age now where you want to believe, you don't. That's totally cool too.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like
That ship has sailed.
your whole generation is like that. It seems like, and I mean, you were never baptized either. Like, at least your brother was baptized, but
Yeah. Actually, you guys want to hear a funny story too when it comes to? Oh, I'm hearing an echo.
Nod, you're echoing or something now. What'd you do?
Ah, crap. So she has,
Guess she's out again.
But no, it's funny. Like obviously, her friend Kelsey, or my friend Kelsey rather. Whenever I first became really good friends with her, like 12 years ago, we went out on a date, and we just decided to become good friends after that. And I think whenever I was like picking her up to take her to a movie, like I was telling her about myself, like that I was like a hardcore atheist and all this stuff too, which I had no idea. I haven't said any of that stuff. I'm like, really? I said that? She's like, yeah, you did. I'm like, news to me. So it's like you don't realize what you're saying years ago until somebody like points it out. You're like, huh, okay. But,
So I see you brought out the good lights for this one, Nod.
Wait,
You can take your phone and just like shine it on it.
hold on, wait. Maybe I can get a.
Nadia does what's it called? Just tarot, or does it have like an actual name?
Tarot?
It's just called tarot.
Yeah.
Is the T
Like
silent?
tarot rating or reading or
Yeah.
Tarot rating?
tarot reading.
I love it. I love it. Oh,
We're trying to we've been going to Parapsychon for this will be our third year, Phil.
I think third year, yeah. Heck yeah, man.
And-
Start next year.
The first year Nadia was supposed to do tarot there. She didn't do it.
Yeah,
Which technically, I don't know if there's an age limit because at the time she was only 17, but now she's 19. I was talking to her earlier, trying to get her to come to Parapsychon and do it this year. And we also have Gettysburg this year, which is a 3-day event. We could have a tarot reader at both of those events.
I can't wait till Gettysburg again.
She's going to show us her collection of all her tarot decks that she has.
We got the candle lit.
I was trying to get her to do a reading on you for this podcast, Phil, but you won't do it.
Oh, why not?
Cause I don't know. I don't want to do it over on the live or it's too much pressure.
You're gonna probably dig up some dirt on me that you're gonna discover, aren't you?
That's the real reason.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna find out about the girl in the basement.
Mhm.
So Sean says, and he's only partially correct, because I keep looking at my phone sometimes because I get very I hate leaving people not responding to it. I keep looking at my phone sometimes, so we made up a thing where I keep
Made up.
Yeah, that I have a chick in my basement.
Is that who that lady was?
Phil Bundy, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask at your house. And I heard
Yeah,
something
she's
today,
fine.
but
What'd you say, Not?
TV. So here we are.
Oh, that's funny.
How come we can't really hear you now? Did you take your earbuds out or something?
I did. Why?
Oh,
How bad is it? Because
it's not
there's
bad.
really
It's just not as you sound a little distancy, a little bit.
Gotta be like, talk on
like the ASMR stuff.
There's some nice candles too, by the way. I like those.
What flavor are they or smell or whatever?
I was gonna say that's something I could also no.
You still make your candles? Not I used to make candles too.
No.
Really?
Scientific Workshop.
This is news to
Sugar
me.
Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodle.
Yeah,
I love candles.
I have a problem.
I used to fall asleep to a candle in my bedroom, and it caused a lot of black soot build up on my walls. So I don't think I'm going to do it anymore.
Yeah, try not to fall asleep when you do that.
Yeah, bad Phil. Alrighty, give me a Sean's reading. Do it.
I'm not giving you a reading. I'm showing you the cards.
She's gonna charge you.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
like
I'm
hell.
gonna
I don't get paid until this Friday, so you're out of luck.
So, how do you want me to do this? Because I can just show you all the decks, but there's probably some that you could actually look at the actual cards. Because some of them have cool cards. So, what do you want me to do?
Whatever you want.
Yeah.
You're the guest.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with the first deck I got. Can you see it?
Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay.
Where's the camera? This way, that way. This way.
You're in the center right now.
My aunt got me these. It's called the Muse Tarot. It's the first deck I got. Came with a guidebook. They all come with guidebooks. And it's very
Musy.
huh?
Is it very musy?
Yeah. Very weird, kind of graphic art.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah. Just show you a few before.
Nice.
That's
So yeah,
awesome.
This is
was
show
my-
and tell with Nadiya Bowman.
This was my first deck. But the only thing is yeah, it's really pretty. But when you're trying to actually learn, what tarot cards mean, this ain't telling me nothing. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, don't they usually have riding on them or something? At least say
Well,
what
I
they
mean,
are.
I know what the card means, but I don't know. If I just had the picture, I what is that?
I've always loved the artwork of these tarot cards too.
Yeah.
That's always.
I actually have a tarot book right
Do you?
outside the room. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So, I think the next deck that I got after that, it actually might have been my Modern Witch one, but I'm going to show my Rider-Waite next. My Rider-Waite deck, this is the Rider-Waite deck. This is the, I got this bag from a booth at Paris Icon. This is the OG deck.
Oh,
even
wow.
open?
Huh?
Is that open?
Yeah, I taped it a while ago so that the
okay.
box would last any longer.
What was the one I got you from Beach or whatever?
This
I got
one.
you.
This is the
Was that the
Rider-Waite.
one?
So, this is the Rider-Waite deck. This is the traditional, I'm flipping this way. These are the traditional tarot cards, the ones that you see, people, they'll have t-shirts or bags and hats and stuff. It's this original deck.
I wish Karma would have stayed on for this. She's already left though.
Oh man, she would have loved this too, man.
Just gotta Yeah. So the Rider-Waite deck is, where's my book?
Phil got those pop-up porn ads coming up. I just heard him clicking away.
$20? Ah, yeah, what the hell? They keep on popping up, man. They're distracting me. What the hell? It's not for like a dildo. Jesus Christ. Anywho, sorry. It's a little distraction.
Phil took it too far.
Never. The next deck that I got was the Modern Witch deck. This deck is a shame because it's such a pretty deck. It's a nice deck. Here's the guidebook. Hold up. Maybe not. It's such a pretty deck, but they made it out of this card stock that's like way too thick for it.
How many decks do you have? I was gonna say you have like a.
I have a lot. But the Modern Witch is a really cool deck. Like the art's really cool. But yeah, whoever made the actual like the deck part, they must not have experience making tarot cards because they're like impossible to shuffle. So I never use this deck. But there's like cool. This one's cool because there's like it's basically the same tarot cards as what I just showed you, but it's more of like it's called Modern Witch, so it's like a modern version of it. And like there'll be people on like laptops and stuff somewhere.
Well, you never been to New Orleans, Nod. Whew. They have like shops of just tarot cards down there. Did I get you? I think I got you something from there.
Yeah, you did, which I'll show you that too.
And what was didn't I get you a Dream World one or something too, or some rapper or something?
Earth Gang. Yeah. See how she's on? Oh, where's the camera? See how she's like on the phone? Obviously that's not in the original deck.
No, I have a really like off the wall question. Like, how many cards are in like a traditional tarot card deck? Is it like just like regular playing cards, kind of like that amount, or is
so
it
there's 78 tarot cards are similar to playing cards in the fact that they have like similar suits. So
how many cards in a regular deck do you know? Playing
52.
cards.
But yeah, there's 78 in tarot, so the numbers go to 10, like in a regular deck of cards. Yeah. And then instead of Jack, King, Queen, Ace, I guess, depending on what you're playing, it's Page, Knight, Queen, and King. Those are the court cards. And then there's the Major Arcana, or Major Arcana, which is like a lot of the ones that you'll see in pop culture and stuff. Like I'm trying to think of one, like the Fool or the Lovers. That's one you see a lot.
Yeah.
The Sun. You'll see tapestries of that. Those are all from the Major Arcana, which there's 22 of those, and those are like cards that are more like life lessons and kind of more important, to be honest.
Now,
at least on their own.
Now, I mean, obviously, you know how I feel about this type of stuff, paranormal and tarot cards and all that shit. How does your mom feel about this stuff? How does your grandma feel about this? I know your grandma's religious, and I know a lot of, stigma of demonic stuff comes with doing that type of shit. What do they feel?
I don't think either of them. It's funny. You know what's funny is for you to claim to not believe something, some people, and I don't mean either of them specifically, but some people show me that they believe it, or at least they have possibility of believing it, because if you didn't believe it had all this power and stuff, or whatever you believe, then you wouldn't care that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
To an extent. I'm not saying that they're like that necessarily, though. My mom, I think she just thinks it's like something fun I do. I don't think she thinks it's real or whatever.
Have you ever read your mom?
Yes, I have.
Did she believe it or no?
That I gave her a reading like for her birthday a while ago, and I've been trying to for a while, and time's just never right. But I don't know. I feel like her reading went.
Do you feel it's like one of those things where you have to actually believe it? Because like we've talked about that with Ouija boards. Like if you use a Ouija board but don't believe it's going to work, then it won't work. But if you actually believe it'll work, it'll work. Like you think it's the same thing with tarot?
Yes, I don't know, because certain things have proved me right and proved me wrong in that regard. Because
Yeah.
like I've given people readings before who I know like think it's BS, but their reading will be the most accurate, like, and in comparison to someone who, ride or die, like, bases their whole life off of it. I'll give them a reading and it'll be like, okay, like it'll be fine. So I don't know how I feel how to answer that, because yes and no, because I've had people,
Well, Nod, Phil, I don't think it's
Hmm.
somebody I was friends with, kind of went off the deep end doing that type of shit.
Oh.
She, I'm talking about Nadia.
yeah.
I'm not going to say her name on here, but she, like, her life was tarot, horoscope, all
Oh,
that shit. She believed every single thing that happened, and like,
Oh,
she
dude.
went nuts. Like, she literally went nuts. Like, she got arrested and was like put in an asylum and all that shit. She's out now, but
Holy
like, yeah,
crap.
she like punched her dad in the face, all sorts of crazy shit.
Jesus.
see, and that's where, because I could debate this or defend this till I die, because a lot of the things I've seen stuff about this on TikTok and stuff, and I don't even go on there anymore. But um,
Promote your TikTok, Nod, million views or whatever.
Do it. 1 million?
Well,
Look at you.
people like, it was 4 million actually, but but people will say like, oh, like this is stuff a lot of crazy people do. The way I see it though, well, first of all, crazy people do everything, so
Yeah.
like everybody's crazy. But the way I see it though is just it's a field that people, especially a lot of people like tarot readers, prey on people. It's just like any other field where you can be taken advantage of, or like it's not necessarily the art or practice of tarot or like other stuff that you're saying, like horoscopes and astrology and stuff. It's not the actual art behind it. It's the fact that, for someone who might be like in a vulnerable place in life or something, if it comes to you in that type of time, sometimes some people, I don't know, take it a little too far.
And you may have already answered this question, so forgive me for asking it again. But what got you into the whole tarot card reading thing?
That's Lori, by the way.
Oh, Lori.
Lori, hi Lori, love you, Lori. Well,
You need to do Lori's tarot reading.
Yeah.
I'll do Lori's tarot reading. But I got this first deck from my Aunt Robin, and she's always liked a bunch of weird stuff. She's always had tarot cards. She did like, I remember like messing around with her tarot cards when I was little, so probably like her influence. She didn't really do them that much though. Like when she got me those,
Yeah.
it wasn't like she was doing it her whole life and stuff like that. But definitely her. She definitely like inspired it.
It's a crazy thing too, because like I've had tarot card readings before, and a lot of it's been pretty accurate, and some of it's been kind of like, oh, okay, and it's just like it's like, and even if you like, they read you so well just by doing the cards, it doesn't really change. Sometimes it doesn't really change the mind, so you're like, huh, okay, and you kind of just go off your merry way, kind of thing. It's like how you mentioned Sean, that one woman who really went off the opposite end. It's like, holy crap. If somebody takes things like that very seriously, it's.
Well, I think like if you have a mental issue to begin with and something like that, probably doesn't help it.
Tarot's also a field that a lot of people use, for love and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which I'm very like. I mean, I guess if you have a reading you want to do about love, that's cool. But love is like one of the last things I feel like that tarot can like bring you insight on. Like,
right.
But people, especially like consumer wise, to make money, a lot of it is like they base it off of love. Or you'll see like the stereotypical reading in a movie, like, oh, like this is who, your soulmate is. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So you got to realize too, if that's a field where you're having, like I said, certain people preying on people who are looking for love or just got a relationship or this and that, they want your money. Not everybody, of course.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, of course you're going to drive yourself crazy. You have your conscious telling you one thing. You have another random person telling you this. You have the cards telling you this. It's not the actual practice to me. It's a case by case.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same thing with like Wiccan and stuff, I think, with like white magic, black magic, and how like good or bad. Like if you're putting out good, then good's gonna come back to you. If you're putting out bad, then bad's gonna come back to you.
Oh, 100%. It's like with these horoscopes too. People always read into horoscopes. I know, Jen is really big into that too, and it's awesome. It's really interesting. To me, it's like, I'm myself. You're going to interpret me how you interpret me. You can catch me on a bad day, a good day, and I might think I'm this, but somebody could see I'm that. You
Yeah,
just
I
don't
mean,
know.
you both know how I feel about that. Jen knows too about horoscopes. I don't buy into that shit because you can go. I'm Capricorn.
Yeah.
You can go to like Taurus, read the Taurus thing. It'll have something to do with me.
Oh.
Go to Scorpio, read something. It'll have something to do with it. It's how you interpret that shit.
Exactly. And you could borrow so many things from different, like you mentioned, Sean, you get different, you can have one thing from here, one thing from there, one thing from there kind of thing.
And this whole moon rising bullshit, sun, whatever the fuck all that is, I didn't hear nothing about that till I got involved with paranormal, because it was always Capricorn,
Me and my dad have had this conversation multiple times, like privately. But like a lot of that stuff that you read, the newspaper astrology and stuff, that's just like, first of all, it's watered down Western astrology. Now, and I'm not super experienced on this, so I don't want to like go too in depth on this. But the like OG astrology was and you could ask Robin more about this. She doesn't practice it as much anymore, but it was called Vedic
Should
astrology.
have Robin on the podcast sometime.
Yeah, it was called Vedic astrology, and it's more like it's the OG astrology. It's like Eastern astrology, and a lot of the stuff that you'd see, you have people like Cosmopolitan, which once again is another entity of people taking advantage of other people. So like, if you're writing a little magazine cover, you can read Taurus or Aries or Virgo, and it's all going to say something that applies to you, because at the end of the day, too, that's going to make them more money. You know what I mean? Like, if we can just water it down and tell you something that applies to everyone.
I think it even goes off of like how like, certain paranormal investigators will charge to like come do your house or something like that. It's just trying to make a buck. Like that's how it is with psychics or whatever too. Like you got the ones that just want to make a buck, and then the ones that actually care.
Yeah, but I was actually at the Smiling Moose years ago on East Carson Street. Sean probably knows or heard of this place too.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Oh, it's fun, a little congested if it's like packed there. But I was just, by myself waiting for a friend of mine, and this woman came up to me. It's like, "Dude, you have a really good aura about you. Can I do your reading?" It's like, "Yeah, sure. What the heck?" $20 later, not a huge amount of money, but still, it was just out of the blue, and I didn't have the heart to tell her no, because I was really interested. And it's like, you don't really need to like, and I'm not saying this to be, to go against the ones who actually like doing tarot card readings. I think it's really, really cool. It's like, you do you, that's awesome. But you could easily just like pick up on how somebody is just by interacting with them. It's
well, it depends on what it's for too. Like, I said, if you get it for a convention, you're paying for this table, you're paying for your hotel,
right?
Like, you should be making money off it. You shouldn't just be doing it for free. But if it's just like, you're my friend and can you just do this reading for me? Like, I don't see nothing. Like, it shouldn't be about making a buck, but if you can do it in a respectful way, like, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, that's like any other thing. That's any other art related thing. Like if you wanted to be a rapper or something like that, you shouldn't want to be a rapper because it's going to make you money. Like, you should want to be a rapper because you enjoy doing it, or because of this and that. You like performing with people, and then, hey, if I can make money, I can make money. It's the same type of idea, and it's in the same way too. I don't know why rapper was the one I said, but in the rapper example, it's the rappers who are only in it for the money that don't last that long. They'll fall off. It's the ones who are there for a passion that actually stay there.
So talking about that, you should battle rap Phil right now.
Oh, you would destroy me. I'm the worst. I'm like, it's bad.
Lottie used to do the Freestyle Fridays with me back in the day when she was little.
I can see you really doing it too.
We used to have a studio in my house.
Wait, you want to see more tarot cards? I have more cards. I feel
the funny thing is, like, just to add on to that, like, I've even like seen like the lyrics of some of these big name rappers, and they have like 14 songs on their CD. I'm like, how the hell are they coming up with all this crap? Then again, I'm being the metalhead, I also look at the lyrics too, and I'm like, how the hell are these guys coming up with this? I don't even know that like half these words.
Well, I mean, like I said, I used to do music, so like if you're in it, doing it all the time, like Nadiya knows, we used to have Freestyle Friday every day at the house, like every week at the house, and I'd have people up. and we'd rap all the time. So like if you're in that routine and you're really into it and like you enjoy it, like it's not hard to do. But like right now, like, you know, I just did a song for Carver House for the movie that's coming out. It took me a few weeks just to write one verse. Like I'm just because I don't do it anymore, you know?
Exactly.
Doesn't mean I don't like to do it. It's just I don't have the time. And
yeah, you're just out of practice, you know, kind of thing. And that happens with anybody. It's like, you know, you could be a drummer and haven't like touched a drum kit in like years. You're going to be a little rusty. But then once you start to slowly get back into it, but you know, it just depends. Some things don't leave your, you know, some things don't leave you, but it really takes a while for it to kind of like, you know, knock again, you know. But that's cool.
I swear, the older you get, the less time you have.
Oh, dude, seriously, man. You know, and me, you know, living alone, no kids or anything like that, I'm still like, I have to schedule everything now. My months are all packed with stuff. It's crazy. Like I barely have any free time, but I like it.
Enjoy your youth, Nod.
Yeah, because once you get to the age that your dad and myself are, it's, you know, it's not bad. It's, you know, but yeah, yeah. It's,
so where's these decks at, Nod? Decks on decks.
Do it.
Oh, more decks. Okay. Well, these aren't tarot cards, but I feel like I have to show them because they're called karma cards.
See, karma could have been on.
Oh, she would have liked that too. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, they were a gift from my one friend as like a Christmas present the one year.
Yeah.
But I don't really use them. To be honest.
What are they? Are they just like playing cards, or what are they?
No, they're astrology cards.
Are they for like reading, or what are they for?
Well, they're for like doing a reading. Like, you know, there's oracle cards.
Yeah. So have you done anything else? Like I know like Jen does like the coyote bones thing, which I don't know if you know what that is, Nod, where you shake the bones, ask questions, yes or no questions, if they cross or uncross, and it's supposed to be different things. Or they have like pendulum work and, you know, different things. What with the runes, where you throw the runes. Like I know there's all sorts of different things. You ever tried any of that shit?
I have at least one pendulum. I got this last year for Christmas. Do I have two pendulums or three pendulums? I have this pendulum.
Oh, I like that one. That's nice.
Yeah. This
That's really
one was, I think, these ones might have both been from Robin. And there's a rose quartz one in there. And then there's like the board.
You got something from Paracyclone, didn't you?
Yeah, you got a few things from Paracyclone, I think.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, I got a.
She spent all her paycheck, then she hit me up for money.
Typical.
But yeah, I have pendulums and stuff, but I don't really dabble in anything else now.
You need to get you a Bump in the Night Society pendulum board. We have them.
Oh, you haven't bought one yet?
But, oh, here. I want to show more of these things because you're giving me too much. I'm getting distracted.
That's what we do to our guests. Okay, that's really cool.
I bought you that deck, I think. Is that the one from New Orleans?
No, it's not. My mom bought me this deck.
Oh, okay.
Nightmare Before Christmas. We'll do like a quick little, you know, it's Nightmare Before Christmas, like the movie, and tarot art. Like here's Justice.
I love Tim Burton, but I don't like that movie.
I wasn't a big fan of it either, man.
Really?
I tried to watch some of it. I didn't see the whole thing. It's just
Yeah.
I think it's overrated, honestly.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's Tim Burton's a hit or miss anymore, you know.
I mean, that new Wednesday show is good. I always say I like Beetlejuice and Batman and all that stuff he did back in the day, but Edward Scissorhands,
that was weird. Yeah. Sleepy Hollow, that was a good one.
Sleepy Hollow is good.
Very good. Great. I want him to stay with the horror stuff. That's the one I want him to kind of keep with that. You know, that's where his, you know, dark side.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly.
Next deck, we're doing like a little speed round. Worst deck I've ever owned.
Really?
Worst deck I ever will own. Is Five Below.
Oh, that's probably why.
Quality, or what do you mean?
It just sucks. See the little pictures on here? I just got it because it's $5 and it looked like it was designed.
I've said something about that before. Five Below has a lot of metaphysical stuff, like a lot of books and tarot cards and all sorts of stuff like that. Incense and it's like that whole. I don't know. They have a lot of that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's the worst deck I have.
Kind of weird if you think about it.
Huh.
This is the tarot you got me from New Orleans.
That one's cool. That is.
Low brow. I think.
What's your favorite deck that you own?
Oh, I'll get there. I'll get there.
Oh yeah.
But
Do you have any ones made like of human skin or anything cool like that?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
The thing that sucks
Oh
about
yeah,
this
we
deck-
went there.
The thing that sucks about this deck is it's only the major arcana, the 22 cards.
Do you have a Necronomicon? You're gonna recite the Necronomicon for us?
Speaking of though, that's a creepy one.
Oh shit! Yeah, that'll.
That's what Phil looks like in the morning.
This one looks cool. Look at the sign. I love that.
I keep sending Sean photos, but he keeps like deleting them. Yeah.
Here's the back of those ones. That's what the back looks like.
That's awesome.
Okay. I still have a few left. Guess how many I have left?
How many did you show us? Like 6, 7?
What's up, Alex?
Alex.
I showed you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Wow.
7.
Okay. Go you.
All right. I have.
Well, I know one of your ones on your wish list or whatever, which is kind of cool.
Ah.
Yeah.
Tell Phil about that one.
Which one? The Garbage Pail Kids?
Yeah.
The garbage
Yeah.
who?
I have Garbage Pail Kid deck on my Amazon wish list. It's like
That
Garbage
show.
Pail.
Oh my gosh.
So I
Nice.
have. Here's what we have left. I have Wizards Tarot. I got
That's
this from
cool.
Spencer's. If Spencer's has actually a lot of the decks that I have wanted over the years, and they're cheaper there for some reason.
Yeah.
But like, it's like weird alien wizard stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Here's
I'll
another
show
one.
you. I'll show you what it looks like, Phil. Hold on to the garbage pail one real quick.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Which one is that, Nod? You got?
That looks like something Rob Zombie would have come up with this
This
little
is the
design
Wizards
thing.
Tarot, and I love the back
That's
of their
cool.
cards.
Here goes the garbage pail deck.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Not a bad price actually for something like that either.
Yeah, I think I have a closer picture.
I like the one that's black and green. That's my favorite looking one there. That is awesome. You know what's really funny? Like that garbage pail stuff. How long has that been around for? It has been like years. I mean, holy crap!
I mean, it was, I think, before us, or I don't know. My
Wow.
brother was born in '75. I swear that was around like back in those days, probably.
That's insane. I've never seen any.
Here's
of them.
here's a closer picture of one of them.
Oh yeah, look at that. That is really cool.
Mhm.
$23 or $22. Not too bad. I guess that's like the general price for like a tarot card deck.
Some of them can be really pricey.
Yeah. So,
Okay. I have this Gilded Tarot. It just keeps going. It
oh
never
my
stops.
lord.
This deck has been on an airplane with me. Actually, the deck that's in here has been everywhere. Like it's been on my cross country trip, which was all the way to the West Coast.
That's your favorite
It's
deck?
been to Florida, huh?
That's your favorite deck?
Yeah,
What is that one? The one in the cloth?
the Rider Waite deck. It's the classic one.
The
It's
original
only
one
my
from
favorite
Beachview?
'cause- Yeah. Well, it's
Okay.
my favorite because I actually know what it means. Like, I can do a reading from that deck and like basically tell you what the card means. From some of the other decks, I can't because I learned based on the imagery from that one. But this one I wanted because I just wanted a small deck at the time. Which actually, I got this in Tennessee recently. I got an even smaller deck.
Which Uncle Steve's watching again, it says.
Oh, that's
It's
awesome.
The Tiny Tarot. It's a keychain. It's an entire deck.
That is awesome. Look at that.
Have you ever used it?
I tried using it, but the cards are so little and so. Oh, this is great. I just randomly picked one, and the one I picked was Death.
Uh-oh.
Doing Phil's reading?
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, I knew it was a matter of time.
Okay. Oh, this is not tarot cards, but it's with my cards. So honorable mention: Jimi Hendrix playing cards.
Nice.
That's cool.
Oh, Dad, this is what they were using at Castle Blood. And Phil, you were there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Castle Blood was fun. That was
Remember
a blast.
the tarot cards they were using?
Yep.
This deck was the Halloween deck, and I got this from Parapsychon.
You know, that was probably one of my favorite haunted houses I've been to recently. I mean, it wasn't even like the one that we typically go with. It was just fun, you know.
Yeah, it is a
Oh,
good time. We were there for like an hour too, so you get your
yeah, it
money's
was.
worth.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I would totally go there again in a heartbeat,
But
100%.
talking about all that, no, what's your favorite haunted house? Like haunted attraction, haunted house.
Probably the I don't know. I like that field
That's
or
awesome.
the set. What the heck was that one?
Field of
The starts
Screams.
with X.
Field,
Oh,
Field of Screams?
was that? Yeah, that was the one that we all
Yeah.
went. Maria,
No,
I
myself.
didn't go with you guys though.
no.
Like,
What are you
Oh.
What are you talking about, Nod?
it would have been years ago.
With me, you, and X that went. That was
Yeah.
Field of Screams.
Yeah, I think that one was my
It
favorite.
was like out by Lancaster, kind of out that way.
Yeah,
That's
That's
what
your
with
favorite?
probably.
You didn't like the hoochie?
Yeah, I don't remember that one that well though.
It's funny how you mentioned the hoochie, Sean. Like, as many times. I mean, we haven't even checked that one place out. I mean, it seems like it kind of like vanishes from our places to go to. I don't know. We got to really like hit that place up next
Well, it's
Halloween.
It's so far. I mean, it's not super far, but still,
Yeah.
it's a few
Or
hours.
next time too.
Yeah.
Hit me up too.
You see, that would be a one to like explore on like a weekend and just like check into a hotel kind of thing.
Yeah, we got to go to more than one too. Which, Dent, I think, in what's that other one? The Nightmare. They were all kind of in the same area. Like we could probably do all three of those in a weekend or something.
I'd be down.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
me and
Nightmare
Phil went to
Night.
one in Indiana when we were just there.
It was all right. First half was good, then the conclusion.
Is that
was
Labyrinth, Nod?
pretty awful.
It's,
That is Labyrinth, you said?
yes.
Yeah.
I feel like you might have some people on here who like the Labyrinth because it's like such a random. Nobody likes Labyrinth, I swear.
The movie?
Yeah.
Oh, the movie was fantastic. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
I like Jim Henson.
Yeah, I liked it because it was different. I mean, I shouldn't say it was fantastic. It was a really good film for its time.
No, Phil, it was fantastic.
It was okay. Didn't you have like a Labyrinth light switch cover or something?
Yeah,
Nod?
that's actually what I was just about to look for because I. Oh, here it is. Jareth.
I think the only parts that kind of annoyed me because I don't like singing in movies a lot were the singing parts that David Bowie was doing because I don't know. I think it kind of like distracts everything.
I like musicals.
I don't know. I tried. I've only enjoyed one musical, actually two. Repo, the Genetic Opera, and Sweeney Todd, the Butcher of whatever the hell is.
See, I haven't seen either one of those.
They're good.
I mean, I've seen Sweeney Todd like live before.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it as like with Johnny Depp or whatever. But,
My
I mean,
only-
I like Grease and Hairspray and
yeah.
West Side Story. Like, there's a lot of good music. Little Shop of Horrors was good.
Yeah. My biggest complaint though with the Repo one, and this is me just being like a lyrical snob, like none of the lyrics actually rhymed. I like rhymes. I don't know. I just think it sounds a lot more flowing, but it was a very gory, obviously because it was about organ harvesting, but like you mentioned, like Sean, like Grease isn't bad actually. Grease was a good one. Like I guess now that I mentioned, I do like some musicals. I mean, I guess like some
Hamilton used to be your shit, Nod.
Yes, Hamilton was my stuff. This was the last one.
Which one? What's that say? That's
That's from Earth Gang.
Okay.
These rappers.
That's only like 12 cards or something, though, ain't it?
Yeah, it is. But it's cool because they're cards. Some of them are based off of like songs that were on their album. Like there's a song called Up, and like the card says Up. Like this isn't for functionality. It's more like just like a nice little like fan collector's thing. Like I have tried to do readings from this, but it was like kind of stupid. Or like the Tequila. You see how it says featuring T-Pain?
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's the song Tequila.
So we've talked about like pendulum boards and tarot cards and that. What about Ouija boards, Nod?
I'm like a magician.
A bunny.
This is my
That was from
that's-
Parapsychon, wasn't it?
No, this is from Moundsville, from
That's actually really cool.
whatever that thing was at Moundsville.
Okay, was that one of our friends that made that? Because I think doesn't Barb make those? Somebody makes those, I think.
I don't know who that lady was. It was some lady.
You know, it's funny because like I don't care to use one, but I'll totally own one because I think they're beautiful looking.
Yeah, exactly.
They're beautiful looking. Like I would love whenever I was sleeping at your dad's camp, I used the Ouija board blanket. It was great. I loved it.
Well, that's like I think it's Deathwalker, one of the paranormal shows that's on right now. And I think it was Daniel Klaus, the guy that owns Hinsdale House, which we're going to in February.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not 100% sure if it's him, but it was somebody. I was watching one of these shows, and they actually have a Ouija board made out of coffin wood.
Oh,
and the actual planchet, I think, was a scapula, like a human bone that they were using.
That's insane.
That's nuts.
That's insane.
Like you're definitely gonna be conjuring something up using that type of shit.
Right?
Oh yeah. That would be a big no for me.
That'd be cool to have something like that on display, but yeah, I don't think I'd mess with it.
No, God no. Certain things are just better left as decoration. That's how I view it.
True.
Although it's actually really funny too, because I was watching a YouTube video years ago where this one family, they were obsessed with horror. They actually drove it was like a family of like 5 or 6, like a mother, father, and their kids, and they drove around a hearse as their primary vehicle. They had like over 1,000 Ouija boards in their home, and they would always try to conjure up something, and they said, yeah, nothing ever happens. Nice family too. They were just,
Nod, were you ever at Grand Midway with us hotel?
No.
Because they have a giant Ouija board on the roof, and then they have a giant tarot card on the one ceiling in the one room too. Which they did have the record for both of them at one point, but I swear at least one of their records was broken. They might have been both, but yeah, at least one of them was broken, I think.
Oh, that's a shame.
You haven't been to Crescent yet either, too, right, Nod?
Mm-mm.
You got to go to Crescent too. Crescent's cool.
Yeah, both of them were amazing. Grand Midway, exactly. It's like a 30-minute drive, I think, or something like that. 25, 30.
The trolley graveyards in Windber, too. I'd like to stop in there someday, too.
Let's do it, man. Yeah, Windber's not that far. Like a couple hours, something like that. Yeah,
so
Oh, sorry, go for it.
what's your bucket list, Nod? If you can go to like a haunt somewhere, like a actual haunted place.
Like anywhere in the world?
Yeah.
The catacombs.
Paris, that's Phil's thing. Phil always says that.
Good choice. Oh yeah, I love it.
See, I mean, it would be cool to go there, but like investigating wise,
I'd be too paranoid to get lost, honestly.
Yeah, that'd be another thing too. Like, it'd be cool to go there for sure, but I don't know, like, if it's a good like investigating spot.
All right, well then don't ask me the question.
Well, no. I'm just saying. No, I know Phil always says that too, and like I've thought about it before, and like,
yeah,
it just wouldn't be like a good place. It's tunnels with skulls, which I dig. I mean, that's cool as hell.
Oh, hell yeah.
But I like a bunch of different stuff. Like, you explore different rooms. I don't just like the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knocking either one of you. Like, I'd love to shit. You go, I'll come with you for sure.
Yeah. See, my only thing is, like, I do have a bit of a fear of like getting lost. You know,
yeah, that's one thing. And then another thing is, it wouldn't be able to do TikTok live probably.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Although, TikTok live.
And Nadiya, this is a crazy thing too about the Paris catacombs. I follow a page called they're called Overnight. They used to be called the Fucket List. And a bunch of friends who were big into paranormal investigating, and they went to the catacombs, and they were being guided by a very shady tour guide who did not want his face to be on camera, and his voice was muffled out. You know, you see those interviews where like they talk like this kind of thing. Well, he took them through this little like opening to get in there, and they were about 5 miles into the catacombs, and then all of a sudden the guy like vanished. They're like, where the heck is this dude at? And they were lost. Thankfully, by the grace of God, the one dude had a camcorder with him. He had very minimal battery life left, but he actually reversed the camera footage, and that's how they actually ended up getting out of the actual catacombs. They said that like they should have been dead because they were there for like hours. Yeah. And of course, you know, who knows what could have happened, but aside from that, though, the place, like you guys said, it's really cool looking. I mean, come on, now it's a bunch of skulls and bones and stuff. Holy hell, But check out that video. I don't even know if it's. I don't know how to get the link, but it's really crazy, like really crazy.
Yeah.
And one of my favorite horror films, As Above, So Below, is probably one of the best like modern horror films I've ever watched. It actually takes place in the catacombs. They had to get like special.
I still don't think I've seen it. Like I know you always talk about it, but I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah,
movie.
Very
had
good.
that on DVD.
Yeah, I know I had it, but I don't think I ever watched it. I think it's like still in the wrapping.
Oh, dude, it's so good, man. If I had a copy of it, dude, I would totally let you borrow it, man. It's awesome.
I probably have it somewhere. I just
My only tweak about that movie is I don't like movies where it's like the camera footage.
Oh, I love that. The found footage stuff. Oh,
I don't like those movies that much.
Like Blair Witch and that.
That's my only tweak with that movie.
No, it's actually funny how you mentioned that. I was went to go see. I don't know if you guys remember this movie or maybe Sean. Hardcore Henry. I don't know if you heard of that film. It's shot like a video game. Really like bloody action. And I took my friend Dave with me. He's the guy who plays the clown in Scarehouse, the real tall dude, and he says like, yeah, I'm never watching that movie again. He got motion sickness. He couldn't handle it. And here I am just like having the time of my life in the movie theater. And I see him like kind of like hunched in the corner because he's like trying so hard not to get nauseous.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's definitely not everyone's cup of tea, but I've always loved the whole like camera stuff, but it's good.
Like Blair Witch.
Oh, that's a good one too. That scared the hell out of me the first time that came out. Oh.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah. My dad couldn't.
You have anything you want to promote or anything?
TikTok.
Yeah, you.
No, I don't have nothing to promote.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm sure.
I say that every day when I get up.
But I feel like I need something to promote now.
Because everyone's watching you. They're just waiting for that answer,
No pressure at all.
I must say, though, your first podcast episode was a success.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, I'd rather just talk in real life.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's very uncomfortable and like, I don't know.
Well, I prefer doing them in person. Me and Phil have done a couple in person, and it's
so fun.
Yeah, it's easier, and the sound doesn't always sound the greatest.
Well, see,
honestly, go for it. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I feel like it would be better. It seriously would be better content if like you didn't know that people were watching you right now. You know.
Well, we used to do the filmed ones when Zoom or whatever, they weren't live, but
yeah.
I like having people be able to
comment. I just mean like in general, you know what I mean? Like, cause now it's like you're thinking,
That was really funny.
Well, cause now it's you're thinking like, oh, people are watching me. Now you have to like think about your next thing. When you're just in regular life, you're not that calculated.
Well, that's why, like I said, in person, I think it's a lot easier and a lot better and more organic, I guess, than doing it online. Yeah.
Actually, the one that Sean and I did at the Carnegie Library of Homestead was probably one of my favorite ones we ever done. We just had people walking by, it's like, "Hey, you want to come over and hang out?" kind of thing.
Our sound's all jacked up on that one, though.
Oh yeah, we had no idea what the fuck we were doing.
Well, that was the first time we ever tried like doing two different mics and everything. Like, I think Greenville was a little bit better. We figured it out a little bit better there, but we still had some echoes in that too.
Yeah, these are fun to do though. I love.
Nod, you got to be our sound engineer.
Hey, you helped put together that one video that we did how long ago?
Which, talking about that, we need a new Luther commercial, especially because Greenville Manor, what is it, January 28th, Phil? Is that what the date is? I think that's what it is. We're doing a public at Greenville Manor. Like we did a public at Dead Man's Hollow.
Actually, I think I have the thing on my phone.
We filmed the commercial for it, so we need to film a new commercial.
Yes. That's gonna be good stuff. I do have it on here, I think. No, we don't. Huh. Well, now I know who to go to because I always forget dates.
Well, that's like the original Green. What the hell is it called? That means Nadiya filmed all that and edited all that.
Yeah, that was fun.
Trying to find it actually.
Yeah.
You guys can talk. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, you're good, man.
Okay. So Phil, what's your sign?
I am an Aries. I'm an Aries Libra rising, from what Jen said. I was born March 31st of 1986. Yeah, I guess I do have qualities of an Aries and Libra rising. I don't know. I just, like I said, to me, it's just all about the interpretation of what somebody is actually like experiencing when they're talking with me. Because, you know, we can all have multiple facets of a personality. So, you know, I have my moments where I'm really nice, and I have my moments where I'm just annoying and I irritate a lot of people. And Sean has seen me spaz a few times, and you know, it's just, but it's just all about being just being me.
Here, I found the video that Nadia made for us for Dead Man's Hollow. She needs to make a new one for Greenville. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh my God.
Here, and boy, do we got the deal for you. We're here at Dead Man's Hollow. Brought to you by Bumping the Night Society. We have a limited time offer for you.
My little mini mic was the
In
best.
April. No, not that April. April 2021. 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. to be precise. Bumping the Night Society will be hosting its first paranormal investigation open to the public at the world
What the hell was that
famous...
crawling in the background?
Well, I'm not sure if that's accurate. How about the good old United States of America? Most haunted location in the history of like ever?
Kind of oversold it.
No?
You see, Bumpy was hanging out in the
Okay, I
background.
got it. Pittsburgh, local
There he
legend.
is again.
That should work.
Well, that's
Tales
great.
of hangings, drownings, deadly shootings, explosions, a man crushed in an elevator, and even a 40-foot snake have been documented. Gee whiz, if that doesn't give you the heebie-jeebies, I don't know what will. Most places we charge you $100, but not us. Some places we charge you $80, not us. What about $60? I would say that's a hell of a deal. No, we got the dealio for you for only $40. Bam, right there. Anywho, you can hang with the most bad butt paranormal team to ever come out of the Berg. You know what else I'm going to do for yins? I'm throwing in stickers and a t-shirt. So that's a 5-hour investigation. Stickers and a t-shirt for only $40. Now that's what I call a dealio. The dealio,
I love the whole like
dealio.
The fact that Sean can hold a straight face and not crack up laughing the whole time, which I would die. I wouldn't be able to do any of this because I laugh too much.
Well, that's even like when we shot that stuff at Crest and you were cracking up when I was dancing or whatever.
I couldn't do it. It was weird.
18 years old, the Night Society is not responsible for injury, death, when it was swelling, may be canceled or rescheduled due to inclement weather. If you're flipping niffling yet, COVID sucks, wear mass directions will be found up. You're butting around the corner, following proceeds will go to me and mine, so don't forget that. All you need to bump it a nah.
No, do you remember when I was doing that? I was like going to pick her up or something, and I was like in the car like practicing that little end part or whatever.
Did you actually say it that fast whenever it
Yeah.
was recorded?
Yeah,
That's
I said it that fast.
amazing. Nadia, how do you put up with him?
I think that was the first Luther video, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was.
Probably
Oh, yeah.
made me.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's supposed to be like the car salesman. So like that's why we need a new advertisement to do for Greenville. We have to do it soon too, because that's in January.
Uh-huh. Oh, that was fun.
Which we could probably go film it out there. I could probably talk to Marcus and Katie and film it out there if we want. But
Oh,
we
yeah,
gotta do
they'd be
that, and
totally
you got
cool
to
with
edit
that.
it and everything.
I missed those
Done?
two.
You down, Nod?
Yeah, I'm down.
It's only an hour and a half drive. It's easy.
Yeah, she was there with me before. She was there on the auction.
Yeah.
Yeah, auction.
Hells yeah.
Nice, nice.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on.
Hell
Thanks for
yeah.
having me.
Hope you had a good time.
You did
Had a
good.
great time.
And you're going to get to see Luther again right now. Have a good night.
Thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can find us here And here. And here. Don't forget, everybody needs a little bump in the night.